You may have recently seen the shock announcement Disneyland Paris made regarding annual passes. The annual pass system no longer exists, and instead the brand new Disneyland Pass has been introduced. This decision has been met with a lot of upset from annual pass holders, and it leaves you wondering just who benefits from this new Disneyland Pass. So today I'm going to let you know the very specific way you need to visit Disneyland Paris to make the Disneyland Pass work for you. My name is Sophie from Most Magical Guides, and I make planning videos all about Disneyland Paris and Walt Disney World, packed full of tips and advice. And I also make vlogs of my own trips, so if you do like that type of content, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. First, I'm going to run down what the old annual pass system was compared to the new Disneyland Pass, and then let you know just who benefits from this new pass, whether it works out for you financially or not, and don't worry, I've done the maths for you so you don't have to. So the old annual pass system used to have 4 different tiers with varying levels of benefits. The old tiers were Discovery, Magic Flex, Magic Plus, and Infinity. The new Disneyland Pass has just 3 tiers. In essence, the Magic Plus tier has now vanished, and the other tiers have been reduced down to a simpler format. When I say a simpler format, what I really mean is a lot of the benefits have been taken away. As you can see, the new tiers do not have very many benefits. Really, what you are paying for is your entrance into the parks. The different tiers all have a different number of days you can visit the parks throughout the year, with obviously the lowest tier having the least amount of days and the highest tier actually having no blackout dates. The benefits that do exist now are free parking across all of the tiers, and if you have a bronze pass, that is the only benefit apart from your park tickets. If you have the silver tier pass, you also get 10% off of restaurants and merchandise in the shops, and if you have the gold pass, you have 15% off of restaurants and merchandise in shops, as well as extra magic hours and photo pass. Disneyland Paris have also said people that have the Disneyland Pass will be able to attend 4 events a year and also have special character meet and greets just for them. If you're aware of the old annual pass system, then you'll be able to tell that a lot of the benefits have disappeared, including big ones such as discount off of the Disneyland Paris hotels and the ability to buy tickets for family and friends that would be visiting with annual pass holders, which were known as privilege tickets. Of course, getting less benefits for the money you pay out is not a popular decision, but that's not even the worst part. As well as now getting less, you're also paying significantly more money, up to €200 extra. If we compare the prices from before with the old annual pass system to the new Disneyland Pass, we can see that the Discovery Pass used to be €229. The equivalent now is the Bronze Pass, and that is €289, which is €60 more. The old Magic Flex Pass used to cost €319, whereas the new Silver Pass costs €499. That is a whopping €180 increase. As I said before, Magic Plus now ceases to exist. That tier is completely gone. And the highest level pass used to be Infinity, which would cost you €499 a year, which now costs an eye-watering €699. That is a €200 increase. Now the top tier is the tier that has been most impacted, as it has had the most amount of benefits removed. And something that is very unpopular, and understandably so, is that people that currently have an Infinity Pass have already had some of those benefits they have paid for taken away. Yes, you heard that correctly. Disneyland Paris have already stopped some of those benefits you got as an Infinity Pass holder even before these people's passes have run out. I think we can all see why this has been a shock announcement. Some of the benefits that current Infinity Pass holders have lost already include no more annual pass holder entrances, no more Infinity parking, no free wheelchair hire, no more viewing areas, and no more free luggage storage. There are some benefits that are remaining though. If you are a current Magic Plus or Infinity annual pass holder, you will still be able to use extra magic hours and buy privilege tickets until your annual pass runs out. So as you can see, with the Disneyland Pass, you get significantly less, but it costs you far more. So just who would benefit from buying this? There is a very specific way you need to visit Disneyland Paris for this to make any financial sense to you at all. So I'm going to let you know exactly what that is. So first up, you have to be someone that visits Disneyland Paris and only ever stays off-site. If you stay off-site, of course you have to buy your Disneyland Paris tickets, and if you visit quite frequently, then buying the Disneyland Pass could save you money on your tickets in the long run. However, if you are someone that likes to stay in a Disneyland Paris hotel, then the Disneyland Pass is not for you. This is for a few reasons. One, because you no longer get discount on Disneyland Paris hotels. And two, if you were to stay at a Disneyland Paris hotel and buy a package, your park tickets are included in that package, so you do not need to buy a Disneyland Paris pass to be able to enter the parks. Your tickets are already included. Now, you are able to book the Disneyland Paris hotels as room only. You do not have to have a package that includes tickets. Because of this, I've had a lot of current annual pass holders contact me and say, I still might buy the new pass and then just book a room only deal. But this is a terrible, terrible, terrible idea, and later on I'm going to tell you why. The second way you have to visit Disneyland Paris to make the Disneyland Pass work is you can only do trips where you have 3 park days. This is because you can only book 3 park days at a time. This is something that the old annual passes also had, and it was something that when there was going to be this revised system put in place, people were hoping this was going to be gotten rid of. Unfortunately, that has not happened. So because of this, you need to do only short 3-day trips to Disneyland Paris to make this work. And the final way that you have to visit Disneyland Paris to make the Disneyland Pass work for you is you do have to visit multiple times throughout the year. So to work out how many times you would need to visit, don't worry, I've done the maths for you. In the following examples, I'm going to be talking about 3-day park tickets, because if you do have a Disneyland Paris pass, you can only book 3 days at a time, so this will make them comparable. So if you were to buy 3-day park tickets from Disneyland Paris and you visited in the low season, that would cost you £197. And if you were to visit in the high season, it would be £284. If you purchased the Gold Pass, which is the highest tier and cost €699, and with the current exchange rate that's around £600, you would need to visit 7 park days a year during high season. Because you can only book 3 park days at a time, this would work out as 3 trips of 3 days each a year. And if you were to visit in low season with the Gold Pass, you would need to have a total of 10 park days a year, which works out as 4 3-day trips a year. So if you are someone that visits 3 or 4 times a year and you stay off-site, then this could still be a good deal for you because it would be cheaper than buying park tickets. Of course, if you don't mind the principle of paying more for less. But when I mentioned earlier about annual pass holders thinking about potentially staying at a Disneyland Paris hotel but booking room only, and I told you that was a terrible idea, here's where I'm going to explain why. If you go onto websites such as Expedia and you look at Disneyland Paris hotels, you can book room only and then have the option to add park tickets. From this, we can actually see how much Disney charge you for your park tickets, and I think you're going to be surprised. I just put in some random dates for a 3-day trip, which would give me 3 days of park tickets. From this, you can see that Disney charge you just £68 extra for 3 days of park tickets. This price is just simply unbeatable. If you did 3 trips a year with this price, the total cost of tickets will have cost you £204. That is a third of the cost of the Gold Pass. So because of this, if you do want to stay on site at Disneyland Paris hotels, the Disneyland Pass will never ever ever beat the price of a package. And seeing as essentially what you are paying for when you buy this pass now is the tickets to get into the park because all the other benefits have gone, then it really does not work out. So that is a rundown of what the new Disneyland Paris pass is and the very specific way you have to visit Disneyland Paris to make it work for you. I hope that by doing some of the maths and breaking it down for you can help you see if it is worth it for you or not. If you do like videos about planning trips to Disneyland Paris, at the end of this video I will link 2 things. One is a playlist full of videos packed full of tips on how to help you plan your own trips to Disneyland Paris like a pro, and the other is a video of how to save time at Disneyland Paris so you can maximise all of your days whilst in the parks. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I hope you have a most magical day. Bye bye.